Okay, I'm gonna try this again, y'all. This is gonna be a part 3. I just loaded a video, and for some reason, I still cannot load a video longer than 15 minutes. And the last video was 25 minutes, so it cuts off right at the 15-minute mark. So this is gonna be part 3 of my junk journals. I'm trying to use up my stash, inspired by Jessica Rapp. I think the last video cut off with this journal, so I don't think you saw this one. This was the last one I did, and I just kept the cover. This is going to go in there. I just kept the book cover just like it was, and it's one signature, and I haven't put a charm on it yet. And I haven't figured out the closure for this one. And I really just kept the whole cover because I just loved it. I thought it was just really neat, the aging of it and everything. And I just put a piece of muslin here. So, same idea as the last ones. Just random music paper, coffee pad paper. This is a Creativebirdie printable. And, some scrapbook paper, book pages, cards, envelopes. You get the idea, okay? And this is the one that I did use the wax thread for. The rest of them I used the hemp. And what cut off in the last video was some of the embellishments that I've been making to go in these. So real quick, and made all these book page pockets with tags, and they all have a little saying on them. This is Tim Holtz. These are bits and pieces of things that friends have given me, graphics fairy images, vintage buttons, scrapbook paper, just little bits and pieces of things in my stash. This I bought from Kelly Snow in her Bygones boutique shop on Etsy. She has some really pretty things. She has really pretty trims and lace and ribbon. This is just a piece of old, like a cloth lace. These are really cool little tags that someone gifted me in a swap. They're vintage. I think they're from an old department store in Texas. I think Phaedra told me that because when she saw them, she had a fit over them. This was from Kelly's shop. This, I love her ribbons and trims. Some more vintage buttons. Butterfly. I've been snowed in for a couple of days, so this is what I've been working on, are all these little embellishments. So I thought I would share these with you. And what I said in my last video that got cut off, which I'm getting really irritated with trying to deal with technology, which I'm not great at. I need an assistant. Who wants to be my assistant? Anyway, I love to craft and I love to share all this stuff with you guys, but I'm telling you, just the YouTube stuff can just be a pain, and every time I figure out something, they change it seems like. Anyhow, I won't whine. But I really wanted to share these with y'all. Just a lot of layering. A lot of these are graphics fairy. I love her stuff. And it's easy, and, I can print it, and I can alter it, and I just love it. More lace. These are some flowers that someone gifted me. More vintage buttons. And some of them were gifted me. Some of them I bought. Some of them I had in my stash. These I purchased, and they're really cool. And they almost look like they're made out of, like, soda pop tabs. I thought they were really cool. Anyway. So just having a lot of fun doing this. And I'm going to put, in those journals, I'm going to put at least one. At least one of these will go in each one. If not, maybe two. I hadn't decided yet because I'm going to put other things. I'm making some other music sheet envelopes, and then I've got a ton of stuff already in my stash that's going to go in there as far as embellishments. I'm going to do tabs and some more buttons, and I'm going to put some charms, some of my fabric beads and things like that. This is a tag. These are some that I made a while back, and I don't know if I've ever watched Sagita. I can't remember her last name, but she is awesome, and I love to watch her layer. And she layers fabrics and papers, and she sews, and this is faux stitching because, yeah, I still don't have a sewing machine, but one day, ladies. I was going to get one for Christmas, and then my phone died, and I had to get a new phone, so there went that for this year. But yeah, these were inspired. This was inspired by Sagita, and I did this a while back. I've had it in my stash, but it's gonna go on one of those books. Tag in here. Just layering up bits and pieces. I love this button. I can't remember where I got that button. And then these are some I just did with. I found a old garden book. And it was in really good shape. It was just and I got it at Goodwill for $1. No, 49 cents, excuse me, 49 cents. And I cut a bunch of these out. And I thought it was cool. They almost look like seed packets. Anyway. And then, here's some of the beads I've made. Some of the fabric beads I've made. So I may like put a little tassel or just like tie in a tassel on each one of the journals. And add one to each one. One or two maybe, I don't know. And these are really fun. These are just really fun to make. And I've been blessed that I had a friend at work who gave me a ton of beads and wire. And Anne gave me one of my crafty friends gave me the, oh darn, the eyelash trims. And I love those. And then these are some other beads that I've made that I have in my stash that I'm gonna use in some of these too. These are all really fun. Some of this is beads from Broken Jewelry. Some of it is gifted beads. Some are a few things I've bought here and there. I don't buy many beads, but I have bought a few kits from Becky Schwartzlander, and I'm probably butchering her name, but she has some really cool kits. And then I also made these. These are Graphics Fairy images too. And they come as a sheet, and they're like little postage. Oh, that was good. They're like little postage stamps. You see that? And what I did was I cut them out. I'll show you some of the prettier ones. Aren't they pretty? I cut them out and I backed them on chipboard in little squares, and I glued them together, and then I aged them, and then I put glossy accents on them. And they're gonna make little charms. So I did a bunch of these. Now these are all like seashells. But anyway, these are the kind of things I do when I just can't wrap my head around doing anything else. I will make little embellishments. And instead of just using them as, you know, little paper pieces, I thought they would make cool little charms. So I did a bunch of those. And I've just got to put, you know, the little rings on them and add them to some chain and maybe throw some beads with them. Anyway, so there's that. And then, and I apologize, y'all. I'm really frustrated right now because I just spent time to do a whole 25-minute video and then I couldn't get but half of it to load, and then it was sideways, and anyhow. So I also made some other pieces inspired by Tracie Fox, and y'all need to check out her video because this is really cool. This is a napkin, and then it's Mod Podged onto a piece of, now mine is like a painter's drop cloth canvas. I think she uses a nice, like a really nice canvas, but when you do that, it's just so cool. It's almost like leather, and then it's this cool, you see that texture? So I did several of those, and I thought these would be really pretty. Isn't that cool? On book covers too. Just took some of the napkins that I've been gifted and made these. So I might make some pockets inside the journals too with those, and then there's other little bitty pieces that I did. And these I haven't Mod Podged over the top yet. I just glued these little pieces on, so I'm gonna Mod Podge over the top, probably with some of my homemade Mod Podge that has like a sheen to it, and it'll be even more texture like those bigger pieces. And it'll stop some of this fraying. Some of it's fraying. Here's some little butterflies. But that was really fun to do. And then these are graphics fairy images, and they're just glued on. So I've got to go back and Mod Podge over the top. So I thought they'd be neat on envelopes. Oh, it's just some scrap. And this one came out really cool because I used a piece of green, almost like a canvas, green fabric. And it almost looks like it's, you know, it almost looks like it's painted on there because it just, the back of it just blended into the green. Anyhow. And then these I did, and I backed them. I need to cut that off. Backed them on, I had an old tobacco sack, burlap tobacco sack. And these are not quite as flexible. They're a little bit thicker, but these are going to go on some covers, I think. I thought they turned out really cool. Is this the same? Okay. Yeah. So it's thick once you Mod Podge it on. She stitched around hers, and I'm going to try that one day. But anyhow, so that's where I am in my process with these journals. I am making embellishments and finishing up details, and hopefully in the next few weeks, at least 5 of them. I want to get at least 5 of them done within the next couple of weeks, but we'll see how it goes, and I will continue to post videos on my progress. I hope everybody's having a great day, and stay safe and stay warm. Thanks for watching.